All right, so let's go ahead and implement all of this logic. So what we're going to do here, so right here is the following. So I'm going to say customer repository dot and then select and then customer by phone number. So right here, let's simply say request dot get customer and then get phone number. So this is the actual phone number. Now we're going to pass the phone number inside, right? Phone number. So this now will return an optional. So if I put this full screen, so this returns an optional, right? So let's simply say if, and let me simply rename this to optional. So, and also let me put this on a new line. So now if customer optional dot and then is present, so what we're going to do here is the following. So I'm going to say customer optional dot and then get. So I know there is a customer there and this is the customer, right? So now I'm going to compare the actual name. So I'm going to say customer, or actually if, and then customer dot and then get name and then dot equals and then request dot get customer dot get name, right? So if they are the same, I'm going to return. So the customer has already registered. Otherwise, right here, I'm going to throw an illegal state exception. And I'm going to say, or actually throw new. So right here, phone and then number is taken. So let me actually add the phone number here. So let me use string dot format and right here. So here I'm going to pass the phone number and taken with 1K and then here %s and that with semicolon. And otherwise right here, so if that's not the case, we know that the customer doesn't exist in our database. So let me simply go ahead and say customer repository dot and then save and then request dot get customer. So hopefully now we have implemented all of this, right? So if phone number is taken right here, so if we have a customer and if the customer that we get back is the exact same customer by the actual name, we simply return, right? Because the client might send two exact same requests at the same time, and if it already exists, we know that we already saved the customer. Otherwise, we're going to throw an illegal state exception. Also, this should be a more specific exception, but I don't want to go too much in detail on how to handle exceptions because this is not a course on handling exceptions with Spring Boot. But if you want to learn more about that, go ahead and check my course on Spring Boot full stack web development. And if this is not the case, then we know that we can save the customer, right? And also you see that here, so the actual name, right? So we only doing a comparison on the name, right? So the name technically is not enough because we can have multiple customers with the exact same name. But if you had more than one field in your model, so this customer model, right? So for example, you could have, first name and last name and then check on those. And also if you had, for example, gender, you could also check on all of those fields to make sure that that's the exact same customer, right? But in our case, let's keep things simple and just have name right here. So now that we have implemented all of this logic, next, let's go ahead and write some tests.